conscious creation. What is it and why is it important? The question isn't whether you are creating, because you are. Every word, every thought, every action, every belief, your perception, all of these things are creating your reality all the time. The question is whether or not you're creating consciously. Most people create their world from a state of unconscious awareness. Then they look at their life and they're like, why is all of this happening to me? Why do things always seem to go wrong? Why do bad things happen to good people? Because they're missing that one key point, that they are a powerful creator being living within their own creation. You are a powerful creator being living within your own creation. You are creating all the time, period. So everything that we have explored this month, the observer self, energetic accountability, the power of I am and intention setting, all of that leads to where we are right now, because all of those things feed into exactly what I'm talking about, right? So creation is not something that is happening when you just sit down and you focus on manifestation. Creation's happening all the time, whether you're aware of it or not. Every time you think something, you send a signal. Every time you stand on a belief, you put out that energy, right? Every word reinforces a pattern. The only question is whether you're doing it consciously or not. Sorry, I got to check my notes because I got to make sure I stay on point. So there's a difference between victim consciousness and creator consciousness. It goes back to observer self versus separated self, right? Victim consciousness is separated self. It is this space where you believe you are the victim, that everything around you is happening to you, that people are doing things to you, that somebody else is in control and dictating what happens in your life. That's separated self. Observer self, creator consciousness, is that part of you that instead says, okay, I notice this is going on. Why is this happening for me? What message am I sending myself? And the beautiful thing about all of this is, if you do not like what is being created, you have the power to create something else. It can be very hard to hear that you are creating what is going on in your reality, especially if you are in a place where your finances are a mess, your relationships are unhealthy, you hate your job, right? When we're in this place of low vibration, it feels like everything is happening to us. So for somebody to say you are the creator of your reality and you are doing it all, I'll be real. When I first heard that, that was like a slap in the face. I was like, you're out of your damn mind. What are you talking about right now? I'm not creating this because this person did this to me and then this happened from over here. But after I heard it a few more times and I was really able to sit with it, I had the realization that if I am the creator of my reality, and if I've created all of these things that are around me and I don't like it, I have the freedom to create something that I actually do like. Hell, not just something that I like, something that I love. And I have begun to do just that. I am living proof that it's possible. Because I'm going to be real. I lived in a place of low vibration for a very, very long time. My life was consistent drama. Every single day, there was something incredibly dramatic, traumatic, emotionally damaging that was going on in my life all the time. And I just thought I was the victim of all of that. I had no idea that I was creating it. I had no idea that if I didn't like it, all I had to do was change me. And that would change what was going on around me. My insides were a mess. I didn't feel good about myself. I didn't feel good about life in general, right? The outer is merely a reflection of the inner. So if your outer world is chaotic and it's a mess, that is a message to you to turn within, to look at what's going on inside. And when we talk about the internal, what is your default setting? How do you function on a regular daily basis? What is your thought life like? Do you allow people, places, experiences to rent space for free in your mind? Because that's what I was doing. There was so much nonsense going on inside of me. No wonder outside of me was such a mess, right? But explore that. What are you speaking over yourself, over other people, over your life? What words are coming out of your mouth? What are you thinking about? What do you believe at your core? Because at the same time, you can say something all day long, but if your belief is opposite to what you are speaking, your life is going to reflect that. It has no choice but to do so because the universe is a mirror. It is absolutely 100% always going to reflect back to you exactly who you are. Not who you say you are, but who you truly are. Again, the universe is not going to give you more of what you want. It's going to give you more of what you are because it's a mirror. Remember, it reflects. It doesn't reward. It doesn't punish. It merely shows you what you are telling it you are. Okay. So, frequency embodiment, right? If there is something you desire to have more of in your life, it has to start here. You have to embody it first. If you want more peace in your life, you have to create peace within yourself. If you want more love in your life, you have to love you first. And you have to create that environment in yourself first. Whatever it is that you want to create, it has to start with you. You have to cultivate it here. Because like I said, once you embody it, once it is within you, it becomes part of your frequency, and that's what you're emitting. Remember, human beings are little antenna. Well, I shouldn't say little antenna, but we are living, breathing antenna. We are constantly receiving information and we're constantly transmitting it. And what you are transmitting is what you are telling the universe what you are and what you want to see. That's just the truth of it. And on the same note, this doesn't mean that once you step into this understanding and you are emitting the vibration and frequency of the things that you desire to have in your life or that you desire to see and create, whether it's abundance, love, peace, whatever, it doesn't mean that you still will not face challenges. It doesn't mean that there are still going to be days where you don't feel good. The difference between creating from the state of separation versus the state of the observer is that when things do come up that you did not expect, that are uncomfortable, that don't necessarily bring you joy, instead of reacting to those things like you would have in the separated self-victim consciousness state, you allow yourself space between you and whatever it is that is happening, and you respond in a different way, right? You don't grip on to that thing that you don't like and you don't want to see because you don't want to create more of that. You notice it, you see that it's there, you get the message from it, you learn what you need to learn, and then you move on. And that is how you continue consciously creating the reality that you want to live in. All right, so to close this up, you are both the creator and the creation. right? Think of your life as a canvas. Your words, your thoughts, your actions, your beliefs, your perceptions, those are all brushstrokes on the canvas of your life, right? Those are brushstrokes. Think of the words, thoughts, actions, beliefs, perceptions as paint, right? What kind of paint are you using? What are you creating? The power lies within you. You are powerful beyond belief. You are limitless. You just forgot. And now it's time to remember. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Blessings upon all of your nows. I love you.